Right, so this is my Arsenal preview ahead of the weekend. Big game on live on BT Sport. Early kick-off on Sunday. It kicks off 12 o'clock in front of the BT Sport cameras, as I said. Down at Craven Cottage. Sold out of the weekend as well. Full house, and it'll be rocking down there. I'm looking forward to this one as well. It'll be a fantastic game. Another London derby. I think it's our third one, I think, now, after Palace and Spurs. And, you know, we need 3 points, really. It might not come against Arsenal, but looking at the way we've played this season, we've been okay. I mean, at the moment, you know, we're sitting just above relegation zone, hovering around the 17th, and a lot of fans are airing their opinions on Twitter and social media. And obviously, when your team's out at the bottom and that, everyone becomes experts, and we all seem to know what the solutions are, and the management don't seem to know it. But I'm fully confident we can beat the drop this season. I don't see no reason why we've got panic just yet. I mean, look at the next run of games we've got. We've got teams like Cardiff, Southampton, Bournemouth, Huddersfield in the next string of games. So that would be more of a fair reflection, in my opinion, and I don't think we should really get too carried away yet if we're to get stuffed by Arsenal at the weekend. They're a fantastic side, put together a really good run of form at the moment. 8 games unbeaten now, looking to try and make it 9. And they've really put together a good, solid bit of form after a shaky start this season under Unai Emery. They looked a bit shaky, trying to bring in that whole new style of play, playing out from the back, playing through the thirds quite confidently and quite nice little possession football. And it reminds me a lot of when Slavisa took over with us. I think when he first came in, he tried to implement that style of play to us, and a lot of fans didn't really take to it straight away, but we kind of knew that if we could get the system right and the players who could play and fit the system, it would be winning football, and it's gone on to prove it's been quite successful football. And I think Arsenal fans will need to give it a bit more time, but I think they're doing fantastically well this season. They've got a good team, a good blend of youth experience, and also some top-class talent in there. I mean, you just got to look at that front line in that Alexander Lacazette, and also Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. They've also got Guendouzi as well, a good young player, come from Lorient for I think £7 million. He's started really well this season, played a number of games and looked very impressive in the midfield. So they've got that good experience in there and a nice mix of youth as well that Emery's gone for. And I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think Arsenal, if you're looking maybe if they were going to start Petr Cech in goal, I think that would probably been would have been a weak point for them to really try and get at. But he's obviously done his hamstring last week. He won't play, so it's Bernd Leno in goal, the German goalkeeper who came in from Bayer Leverkusen, who's going to start for them. He played on Sunday and they played on Thursday night, in the Europa League at the weekend when he came on for Petr Cech. I've not seen too much of him, but I know he's a world-class goalkeeper. From what I've heard, he's a decent keeper, but I've not seen too much of him. I saw him in their last home game. I can't remember who they played in the last home game. I can't remember who they played, but he looked quite decent in that. He made a couple of good saves from coming on, and I think looking at the two goalkeepers, I think he's probably the better keeper out of the pair, and he's, you know, it's one of the reasons why now I think it'll be a bit more of a tougher game compared to when they had Cech in goal. He seems to take more chances, more risks playing with the ball at his feet. Obviously, he's not a goalkeeper who was well known for having the ball at his feet, and I think he was going to offer a bit more of a dimension where we could really try and press high up the pitch and try and get in their faces. I mean, they're going to try and play it from the back as well, so it'll be a mix of two similar styles in this game. And obviously looking at players who we've got, obviously Jean-Michel Seri's come up against the coach. We did try and sign him when Seri was at Nice. I think Emery was at PSG, I think it was, when he tried to get Seri into the club there. So Seri will want to try and prove a point to him, saying, look, this is what I can do, and if you want to try and sign me in the future, then look, these are my talents. You know what I can do, and I'll show you it again. I think it's a good motivational game for him to show what he can do. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's had a good start with us this season as well. But looking at the way I think this game's going to go, it's going to be a tight game, I think. I don't think it's going to be a free-flowing, open game. I'm not too sure. I mean, both sides offensively haven't been too great this season. From what I've seen of Arsenal, and I've not seen a lot, but if I look back to that Cardiff game at Arsenal, when they played it down at Cardiff, they looked quite open at the back. Cardiff really did take them on. And they were a threat from the break, on the set pieces as well. Counter-attacks, as I said, on the break as well. They look quite open. And I think we've got a perfect striker to really try and rustle in between the two centre-halves. Whether it's Mustafi and Socrates at the back, or whether it's Socrates and someone else at the back, I'm not too sure. I'd like to hopefully see us maybe get a couple of balls into the box early, try and test them centre-half, see if they fancy it or not, and really try and play through the thirds quite confidently and hopefully create some chances early on, something we haven't done. But the main thing I'd like to see us really do is start well and try not to concede a goal early on. It's been a common factor in the last couple of games at City and Watford. Obviously not Everton, we got for the whole half-back conceding the goal, but in City, at City and also home to Watford as well, we did leak quite a few, you know, we're letting an early goal towards the start of the game. It's really not what you want, really. We try and get through that first opening 5-10 minutes just to settle into the game. You don't want to be conceding the goal early to be on the back foot and then starting to having to chase the game from like minute 5 or something. It's never convenient to do that. So I'd like to see us hopefully stick to a similar formation, maybe. I'm not too sure. We're hit with injuries at the moment. Obviously, Joe Bryan and Fosu Mensah both injured in the game at Goodison Park at the weekend. Fosu Mensah, luckily, he's not got to have surgery on his dislocated shoulder. That's also a positive. So he should be out for a few weeks. I think if he were to have surgery, we could be looking at a couple of months, similar to what happened with Nick Pope. He had to have surgery when he done his shoulder at Burnley, and he had to be out for a couple of months. Joe Bryan's on his hamstring as well, which is a shame because he got his first start in a while. And he was really starting to think that he could really start to build some momentum coming into the side again, but he got injured right at the end of the game, which is a bit of a shame. Whether or not we see Sessegnon drop to left back, I'm not too sure. Whether we go to a three at the back with 2 wing backs and the 2 wingers sitting in front of them, I'm not too sure either. It's open to discussion. I think Alfie Mawson might be back, I'm not too sure. He had a back injury last week. He sat out that game after coming off at half-time against Watford, so it's going to be another instalment of Savisa Bingo, I think, in terms of the team lineup. It's something that's a phrase that's been thrown around social media quite often, and I think it's going to happen again. I think the only really people we can bank on and probably start will be the keeper and Bettinelli in the front three, maybe Seri in the midfield as well. Whether or not Kearney comes back, and I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if he's fully fit yet. He came on in a cameo role last weekend towards the end of the game as well to get a couple of minutes to try and improve that sharpness. But whether or not we see him start, it's another thing open to discussion. But I do think if we were to lose this game, I don't think, as I said earlier on in the video, it's not the end of the world. I think many Fulham fans just need to calm down a bit. I think we're still transitioning into that period, still trying to get used to the Premier League, and we're still catching up with teams who've had that infrastructure of the Premier League for about 3 or 4 years. Look at your Palaces, your Bournemouths, your Southamptons. They've had that infrastructure and they've had that sort of development in the Premier League for a couple of seasons now, and they're well settled, established Premier League sides, and we're just come up for the first time in 4 years, and we're still trying to look for that. So I don't think it's a panic stations yet. I think we've got enough quality in this side to prove that we can get points against some of the teams we've played against, especially the lower teams in this league like us. Towards the start of the season, we've done quite well against them. Obviously, we lost to Palace 2-0, but we played really good football. Probably on another day, could have got something with a Stonewall penalty turned away. Obviously, we beat Burnley 4-2 as well. Played really well that day. All right, we let 2 goals in, but we played well, so that's 3 points there. And also the draw against Brighton, which we were 2-0 up in, as we all know, and threw it away. So that's 4 points out of them games there, which isn't too bad for a return against a sort of middle-of-the-road teams, as many people call us, alongside teams like your Cardiffs, your Bournemouths, your Huddersfields, who we've got in the next couple of games. So I think if we were to get anything from this game, it would be a perfect bonus to set us up for next week's trip to Cardiff, which I think we all need something to go into that game with. Because obviously they go to Tottenham at the weekend, so they're probably going to get beat there, I think. But I'm quite confident we can get something. I do rate Arsenal. They're a dangerous side, and don't get me wrong, our defence is going to be up against it, against them 2 good strikers, and Lacazette and Aubameyang, their movement off the ball, their creativity off the ball, that's second to none. Any chance in the box they get, they seem to tuck away with relative ease. They're a fantastic pair up front, and if they do both start, then it could be a couple of goals. We might let a couple of goals in, but I do think we might nick a point in this game. I do fancy it. I think our home form's been solid this season. I think it will be our main rock the rock we can build upon to try and start this season. I think it'll be a 2-2. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Both sides will want to try and attack each other. Be open game, end to end, I think. And I think we'll do well to get a point. I think a point will be a fantastic achievement. After the couple of games we've had, it'd be good to get a point against one of the better teams. I think it could set us up well for Cardiff. I do fancy Mitrovic to bag a goal this weekend. I think he will. I think against them 2 defenders, and as I said before, whether it's Mustafi and Socrates at the back, I don't know. He's like a Diego Costa type player. He enjoys that physical element to his game. He likes getting in amongst it, roughing them up, and really challenging for stuff. And I do think he'll get a goal in this game. I think it's a fantastic striker that we've got. All right, it's been quiet in the last 2 games, but he seems to come alive when we play at home. He's scored in his last couple of home games, so definitely for me he'll bag a goal, and I think we'll probably see out a draw, hopefully. So yeah. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this prediction, guys. Comment your prediction as well. Career mode will be back on the channel after the weekend. I think it will be. Arsenal preview out later on tonight. Vlog on Sunday as well. So career mode will probably be Monday, I think. So yeah, if you do enjoy this Arsenal preview, guys, quick short one from me. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new as well. Nearly at 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing for me. And we'll see you all Sunday for the Arsenal vlog. Take care, guys. See you soon.